Hey guys, welcome everybody. It's good to be here and to have you guys right there. Man, it's a beautiful day God has given us. I'm just grateful for being here. Let me do this because I gotta be live on TikTok as well. Yeah, I'm so grateful to be here today with all of you guys. Let me just express my gratitude to everybody, and I hope you guys can hear me. So in the comment section right there, just let me know where you're joining from, because today we'll have a little bit of quizzes here. And I hope I can have some ladies there from, if you're a lady and you're watching this stream right now, I would love to have you here on the session and to just hear you guys out, all right? Just have this a little conversation, talk about this, The matter of fact, I wish today I had only ladies, hosting this and doing this, but, anyways, hopefully we'll get some ladies there. So if you're watching right here, today is your day, guys. 31st of July 31st of July in every year is the day for African women, all right? And I'll tell you guys a little bit of the historical background, how this day came to existence, for you guys to kind of know, where it all started and how this thing came to pass. But also that will give you a picture, because surprisingly, a lot of ladies did not know this. And to be honest, even myself, I did not know this history about this day. I did not know that this day exists. All right, I did not know. But today I saw a post somewhere, so I had to do a little bit of research to know, oh, we had this day, but why I never heard about this before. So right now I'm a little bit informed, and I'm here to let you guys know. If you did not know that does this day exist, well, it's there, and I'll tell you guys a little bit of the historical background of this day. But before I begin, I just want to raise a word of prayer, and then we'll start. God, I thank you for giving us this opportunity to come here today from all over the world and to just have this conversation and to talk about this beautiful day that we assigned for all African women. We just welcome you that this conversation, it will be productive. And at the end of the day, we'll leave this place knowing something that we never knew before. I pray all these things in your precious name. Amen. All right. So you guys who are joining here, let me know where you're joining from. Just want to shout at you a little bit. And I will share with you guys the link there to very soon to have some people. I would love to have ladies, but if ladies are not going to be there, even guys, you guys can come here. All right. We got to celebrate you guys here today. So I'll have you guys to come on in the show and to celebrate these. All right, there's a reason why we should celebrate this, but I always tell this my mama every time when we have like a celebration for Women's Day in the world. I always call my mama and I always tell her this, that mama, I don't celebrate you. Okay, how can I say this? Your day is not just one day. Your day is every day. Yeah, I always tell my mama that your day is not today. Your day is every day. But since we have this special day that we are dedicating to African women, all African women out there for the struggles, because, when you're talking about independence of Africa, most of the time we leave them behind, all right? Most of the time we talk about these giants, heroes of Africa. We talk about Nyerere, we talk about Nkrumah, we talk about Mandela, we talk about Kaunda, we talk about Kenyatta, we talk about all these important figures we know, but we left women behind. We don't realize that whatever Nyerere was, also, there was his wife, Mama Maria Nyerere, all right? They're talking about Mandela, there's also his wife, Winnie Mandela. Talking about Kenyatta, there's also his wife, but we don't really know about them because the history is not recognizing them. I think there's a need for us to rewrite the history, all right? Including all sides of, because man, okay, we have this say that if you see a successful man, behind that successful man, there's a strong woman. But for me, I changed that a little bit. I say, if you see a successful man, then in front of that man, there's a strong woman. Why? It's because you cannot do what these guys achieved. You cannot really achieve anything in this world if you don't have that strong lady with you. So I believe, when I get married, I believe the productivity of what I'm doing here, it will be even higher than what it is right now. I believe when I get married, maybe I'll be able to get 1 million followers here, subscribers here on YouTube. I believe a lot of things will change because my mind and myself, I'll be really focused. And also I'll have someone who 24/7, she's there to support me. She's there, you know, to be like, hey, good job, man. You've done well. To be there, to just support me with everything she got. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when I'm stressed out with all this stuff, you know, of this fighting of one Africa, but, you know, you have a lady there that she's just there to hold your hand, and also she's there to support the vision that God has given you. Obviously, I'll support her as well, in whatever she does, you know. But I believe that things change and life begins, you know, when you meet that significant other, the other partner, and you just walk together, you know, to achieving that dream that God placed in your heart. You know what I'm saying? So most of the time we don't remember these women who sacrificed, who did a lot. You know, let me tell you this. I'll tell you today, because I think when you're talking about these African women, we all talk about, for example, we know Winnie Mandela. Okay, we know these important figures, but today I'll tell you about someone that maybe you never heard about. But first of all, I'll tell you know, I don't want to make this about just those heroes who fought for independence. Yes, I'll talk about her and I'll tell you the name of that lady. But you know, let's talk about just ordinary folk. All right, today I shared the picture on my on community tab here on YouTube, and I shared this one lady. She was, you know, like carrying a baby at the back of her, you know, at her back, and also she was kind of like, you know, doing a little bit of farming. We've seen all these pictures, not only pictures, but me, I've lived that life. You know, I've seen my mom. I've seen my mom, how she's struggling. I've seen my mom, how, you know, she puts her work. You know, she used to be a teacher. Right now, she's retired because she's above 60. I think she's 67 right now. You know, she used to be a teacher. And I've seen how hard she works. All right. My dad also, you know, my dad actually, you know, he's a pastor. You know, so I would see my mom, how hard she works every single day. I'll see my mom, how, you know, she wakes up early in the morning to prepare the breakfast for everybody, and at the same time to leave to go to work to teach, and then to come back home again to cook, you know, dinner for everybody, and then she goes to sleep. She's basically the last one to go to sleep because of the work that she does. I've seen how she works in the school, because when I was a little kid, you know, I didn't even start school, my mom, she would carry me on her back to go with me to school, and then she'll take care of me there. You know, she'll make sure that I have all the food in the afternoon, I have all the food in the morning, I have all the food in the night. She'll make sure that she takes care of me right there, and then she'll take care of a lot of hundreds and hundreds of students. I've seen that. So when I'm talking about heroes, I just look at my mom and I see hero already, even before going anywhere far. So today, before I came here, I had to reach out to my mom and my sister, right? I reached out to them and I had to talk to them to just, in Swahili we say, I had to just appreciate them for their existence and for what they are doing every single day. And most of the time, we do not really appreciate them enough for what they're doing. We do not really appreciate them, because when you guys, you sit there and you see me here talking, you see me what I am doing, it's all because of that mama right there. That mama, she did a lot of sacrifice to make sure that her baby boy is growing up to be like this. All right. And all of you guys who are there, even those maybe you did not really grow with your mama, maybe you lost your mama when you were a little kid and all the stuff, man. I'm sorry about that. But we cannot stop appreciating the role of women and what they have been doing, you know, in our in this movement. But let me tell you something that will shock you a little bit. The percentage of women that we have in Swahili Nation, it's actually very low. It's like 14%, 14.5. And guys, it's like 80.5, something like 80.5 for guys, for male and female. So I was asking myself today, I was talking to one of the Swahili Nation family, and I was saying that I don't know why is this. And then she told me something very interesting. She said that, you know, a lot of ladies, they're not really interested in politics. I want you ladies to let me know here today. Is that statement true? That a lot of ladies are not interested in politics. A lot of African ladies, let me just be specific, a lot of African ladies are not interested in politics. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section. Let me change here. Let me add something here in the title, because I would like to start with that conversation first. Why a lot of African ladies are not interested in politics? Okay, I think this would be really nice conversation. Okay, that will be the first question that I'm just gonna throw out to you guys there. Why a lot of African ladies are not interested in politics? Okay, let me write here. Why African ladies, African women, let me say that. Amen. Aren't interested in politics. Why African women are not interested in politics? Okay. Let me throw that question out there. All right. So guys, let me know. So I was talking to this, one of the Swahili Nation family, and I was let me tell you here right now how many percentage. I need to let you guys know here, so that you may know the numbers of what I'm talking about. All right. This is just the evidence of what I'm saying right now. So if I go here on YouTube and try to check on the audience, when I go to the male and female, because they show like subscribe, like you guys, 90% haven't subscribed. So if you're joining right now, please subscribe, all right, and like this stream. It's very important. But when you go to the age and gender, female it's only 14.5% who are following Swahili Nation, and male is 85.3%. It's very surprising because I'm a guy, all right. Usually, guy and guys, they don't really like watching other guys, doing stuff. We like watching girls or women doing stuff, but here it's different. So I want to know. When I was talking to my friend, she told me, my colleague, she told me that a lot of women are not interested in politics. So I want to know, if you are a lady and you're joining here right now, or guys, why a lot of African women or women in general are not interested in politics? I would really love to know that. Why? It seems like, and I think sometimes even when we talk about leadership, and when we talk about, we have a lot of male system in the leadership structure, but it's very rare to find like ladies or women running for the office. It's very rare to find that. Here in Tanzania right now we have a woman president. Shout out to her. And in Ethiopia also they have a woman president. We know how it happened. I wonder if she will run for the office next time. But you see that when you come to the leadership position, most of the time you see guys, they're out there running for the office and trying to do something, especially here in Africa. So is it the system that is kind of like limiting women to go out there and to run for the office, or it's just women themselves, they're not interested in politics at all? I would really love to know that. And you guys can help me out in the comment section. Why a lot of ladies, a lot of women are not interested in politics. Today is African Women's Day, and we celebrate you guys, and why. But as you guys are thinking about that and maybe dropping your question and your, the matter of fact, let me share the link here. I'll share the link and I'll have you guys come to share that. Why a lot of women are not interested in politics. Because we honestly, guys, okay, okay, I don't want to say a lot of things, because if I say a lot, all right. All right, I just shared the link there in the comment section. I want you guys to comment here in that link. If you click that link, to lead you directly here, and you can have I just don't recognize it that way. Okay. All right. Okay. Then I think I should change something here. I should not say why African women. Let me say why most of African women, but I was just trying to limiting the title not to be too long. Anyways, you guys, you understand what I mean. All right, so today, guys, I share the link there if you want to come and share your point, your opinion. Why do you think most of African women are not interested in politics? Why they're not out there? But I want to go back and to read you guys the person of today. All right, I have a person here of today that I would like for you guys to get to know her. to get to know this lady, a wonderful lady that she existed. You know, she existed back in the days. And oh yeah, so there's this one lady that, let me just see her profile here, and then I'll read a little bit about her. This one lady that let me withhold her name. She died actually in 1978. That's when she died. 13th of April 1978. She died at the age of 77. And she was born on 25th of October 1900. Wow, long time ago. Okay, she was born in 1900 and she died in 1978. And her name, the drum roll, her name was Frances Abigail Olufunmilayo Thomas. Olufunmilayo Thomas. Oh, you know, they also call that Ransome Kuti. That's, you know, that's her famous name, actually, Kuti. She's known by the name of Kuti. This lady, she was born in 1900 and she died in 1978 at the age of 77. Occupations, you know, she was an educator, also politician, also women's rights activist. Yes. And I mean, she had her, you know, her spouse right there, who died actually earlier than her. He died in 1955, but it's not about him today. It's about this lady. And let me read a little bit her story about this lady that most of the time we don't really talk about. You know, I would have come here and talk about Winnie Mandela, but most of you guys, you know, Winnie Mandela, and you know, the stories are there, but I don't know how many of you guys, you know, this lady right here, you know, Funmilayo Ransome Kuti. She's actually from Nigeria. She's Nigerian lady, and this is what she did. So let me just read for you a little quick, and then I'll continue. All right. So when the British colonial officers refused to give permits for demonstration, activist Ransome Kuti, or I'll just say Kuti, mobilized local market women for what she called picnic and festivals. This lady, British, Nigeria was colonized by British, right? And they did not allow people to demonstrate. So this one lady, Kuti, she mobilized local market women for what she called picnic. So let's just go to the picnic or festival. So one of the very few women in early 1920s Nigeria to receive post-primal education, Kuti used her privilege to coordinate the resistance against colonialism in Nigeria. She got her education. She used it to coordinate the resistance against colonialism in Nigeria. That's not only targeted the British, but also the local traditional figureheads they used to enforce their rules. So this organizational, this thing that she started, it was not just against colonialism, but also local traditional figures that they're actually enforcing their rules. So the Abeokuta Women's Union, which she founded, so she founded that organization because Abeokuta Women's Union, protested unjust taxes, corruption, and the lack of women's representations in decision-making corridors. Man, guys, imagine this was 1920s. 1920s, she founded this organization. Imagine at that time, I believe that women, they were not even paying more attention, but she founded this organization to fight against taxes and unjust taxes, corruption, and the lack of women's representation in decision-making corridors. While she is probably better known now as the mother of the Afrobeat pioneer, Fela Kuti. Wow. An activist in his own right. So Fela Kuti, she's known as a pioneer of Afrobeats. Ransome Kuti role and years as the mother of anti-colonial activism in Nigeria are rarely celebrated outside of every primary school text. Her son once sang, "She is the only mother of Nigeria." In many ways, the muted legacy of Kuti in Nigeria independence movement plays out across the continent. In the 6th decade, since many African countries attained political independence, the stories of women in the liberation struggle is yet to be told and celebrated, unlike their male counterparts, who wasted no time in having universities, airports, and major highways named for them and affixing the faces on national currencies. That's so true, guys. That's so true, man. That's so true. That's so true. All right. That's so true, man. Like we have a lot of roads named after our founding fathers. We have a lot of a lot of schools, a lot of universities named after them. But we barely find, things like that named after women and what their role they played in fighting for independence. So Kuti, wow. All right. For those whose story have been told, such as anti-apartheid activist Winnie Mandela, they are riddled with doubt standard and sexist tropes, which often try to position them as helpers to men and reduce them to wives. Oh my God. Am I going to get into trouble today here? Women, both educated and uneducated, were pivoted to liberation parties, although they were often pigeon-holed with the less powerful women wing of the party if it had won. So, all right, there's something here. Say, wow. Okay, there's another one here I didn't see here. Like within a year of being requited, Bibi Titi Mohammed, there's another lady, Bibi Titi Mohammed, as the head of Tanganyika African National Union. TANU, the head of TANU. This is from Tanzania. But that time it was Tanganyika. Women Wing had attracted 5,000 women to join. This Bibi Titi, the legend from here, Tanganyika, Tanzania, the head of African National Union, TANU, she attracted 5,000 women to join. Bibi Titi used the women cultural and economic network to mobilize, exchange information, sell party membership cards, announce rallies, organize marches, and raise money for TANU, which would go on to become the Freedom Party for modern Tanzania. That in Tanzania, guys. We started with this lady. Her name is Kuti from Nigeria. You know what she did. And then we are in Tanganyika right now, which now Tanzania, Bibi Titi. You know who she was, the head of the Tanganyika African National Union, TANU, Women Wing, and attracted more than 5,000 women to join. She used her economic network to mobilize, exchange information, sell party membership cards, announcing rallies, organize marches, and raise money for TANU. TANU is the political party that used to actually bring independence to Tanganyika. At that time, it was Tanganyika, now it's Tanzania, by J.K. Nyerere. But a lot of us, we talk about Julius Kambarage Nyerere, but we don't really talk about Bibi Titi. Like most of you guys, you don't even know who is Bibi Titi. All right. So let me go here. I wonder if I should show you guys here as well. So in Ghana, we'll go to Ghana. Okay. In Ghana, Mabel Dove Dankwa, described as a trailblazing. Okay. Yeah, trailblazing, feminist, was well ahead of her time as an outspoken advocate for women's equality. Dove Dankwa worked as a writer, journalist, and editor for various liberation-minded newspapers, including the Accra Evening News, which was founded by Kwame Nkrumah. All right, Accra Evening News, founded by Kwame Nkrumah. She was the editor. She was among a host of women in Nkrumah and his Conventional People Party, used to advance the struggle for independence, and would go on to become the first African woman to be elected by popular vote to parliament in 1954. Guys, in Ghana, all right, right there. All right, so these are just few women, but there's a lot of them. You guys can check in the history. We have Kuti, we have Bibi Titi, and we have Mabel Dove Dankwa from Ghana, Nigeria, Tanganyika, or Tanzania, and Ghana as well. So I would love to know from you guys here. Let me know, first of all, why do you think most of women are not interested in politics, according to, someone that I spoke to today? But if they are, you guys let me know. If you're a lady, maybe let us know why you are not, you as a woman, why you're not interested in politics, right? When it comes to, running for the office and all this stuff, you see a little bit less of response, from ladies here in Africa, right? You don't see that. So why that is the case? Is it because of the system, or it is just because of, you know, women themselves that, you know, they just don't see themselves in that sphere, right? Because we gotta look this in both sides. You know, you might sit there and kind of like be like, oh, this is very male dominated system, you guys are not giving us a chance, but you could go and take a form and run for the office. But why that's the case? And I told you guys the research of this channel, Swahili Nation, that 14.5% they're female in this channel, only 14.5%, and 85.5% they're male. And our content here, our content is about Africa's unity. That's our content, and it seems to attract more of male than female, and only 0.2% are non-specified genders. So yeah, I wanted to say something there, but it's not okay, that's not for today. Yeah, so you guys let me know. Let me know. And also I share the link in the comment section. This is the link, guys. If you want to come and actually contribute and speak, you can join that link and come and say. In the meantime, let me read some of the comments I see here. Okay, comment from Caroline Ngeno. I appreciate I've been seeing you here a lot, so thank you for being here. He said, women are the majority in Africa. That's the fact. These very women don't support their fellow women to be political leaders. Okay. Second, women are overloaded with domestic work at family level. All right. Okay. So let's take this down. Caroline, she says, majority of people in Africa are women. So when you say that Africa it has more than 1.3 billion people, I believe, the huge number of that. Okay, let me see here to say exactly the number. Okay, what is the women population in Africa? Let's see here. Okay, so no, this cannot be right. They say the current population of Africa is 1.4 billion. And women population is 725,000 women. And that is 50% of the population. Okay, yeah. So that makes sense. So 50% of the population of Africa are women. That means that doesn't make sense. Only 50%? That means 50 and 50 is like male are 50 and women are 50 in Africa? Okay, let me see here. Wow, there's not so much difference. For example, there's this other statistic here in 2021 in South Africa. Female population, it was approximation like 30.5 million people, and male they're 28.89, almost 29 million. So 29 to 30, only 1 million difference. Yeah, this is very interesting. Okay, let me see this another link here. If you guys have different data, please let me know, because the data I'm looking here right now. Okay, here you say the current population of Africa is 1.4 billion. That is as of Monday, July 30th, today. All right, and 1.4 billion, 0.6. That is like 17.9% of world's population. Okay, let me see. Did they specify here male and female? They're not specifying. Why? They're not specifying here. They're not specifying male and female. Anyways, guys, if you find anything, just let me know in the comment section to save time. All right, so let me go back to Colleen. She says that, so majority of population people here in Africa are women. And for me, I can agree with that, because wherever you go, if you go to churches, if you go to mosque, if you go to schools, if you go to on the street, if you go to market, you'll see that. All right. She says, but the thing is, when these women try to run maybe for political offices, but most of women, they don't trust fellow women and support them politically. So maybe that's the reason why we don't have a lot of women in politics. The second, she says, women are overloaded with domestic work at family level. I agree with that 1,000%. I was telling you guys at the beginning of this live stream how my mom, she was always working here and there, and she was a teacher. a elementary school teacher, how busy they are to work for, primary school education. She'll prepare the lectures for tomorrow, but as well, she will cook, she'll do all this kind of work, take care of the babies and all those stuff. So I can agree that 1,000%. Maybe that's the reason why. That's the reason why we have only 14.5% of women here in the family? Swahili Nation? A lot of women are loaded with overwork right there. It could be. Yeah. And the third point, she says, women are less empowered education-wise and financially. You're going to have to elaborate that for me, Caroline. I said women are less empowered education-wise and financially. And let me say something about this. For me, to be honest, I'm not up to, feminism. I'm not up to that. And I'll be, very clear, saying this, because the way that feminism, this agenda of feminism is coming these days, I'm talking about the Western idea of feminism. I don't agree with it. And I don't think it's something that we should adopt as Africans. I think it's something that is meant to destroy, men at the same time. Because I see a lot of energy and a lot of power, being given, to women. And I'm not saying this in a negative way, but what I'm saying is we are forgetting to, train, and we are forgetting to, focus on, men. So eventually you have a society, you have a men who do not even, know their responsibility and what they should do, and, take care of the family and all those stuff. That's one of the biggest problems that we have in Africa. You have a lot of men who actually they run away sometimes, they run away. You have a lot of single mom, here in the continent, who are raising kids by themselves, because I believe this is one of the reasons that when we have a lot of seminars of women empowerment seminars, but what about men? We don't really have these seminars about men. We need to start having this conversation about men. How can you be a better man? Take care of your family. Be responsible for your family. You have a baby there, you got to take care of him. Not just walking away. And you have a lot of single moms, and not only here in Africa, even in the United States, you have a lot of single moms there, single black moms, right? A lot of African Americans have been raised by a single mom. But there's an issue there. There's an issue. Because what it does these days, all these ideas of feminism, it comes with negativity that, in a way, this I'm just saying is my thoughts. You don't have to agree with me. You can also, share your thoughts as well. The link is in the comment section. It comes with an idea that, you can do everything by yourself. You don't need a man to do anything. That's the notion that is coming. You don't need a man to do anything. You can do everything by yourself. If having a baby, you can have a baby by yourself. So these days, you don't even need for a woman and man to have entanglement to have a baby. You can just have by yourself. You can raise a baby by yourself. You don't need a man. Who is man? Forget about man. And I gotta say this. It comes because of the less responsible men who actually for a long time have been running away and not really carrying on their duty. But also at the same time, this notion is very dangerous, because you raise a society that do not give respect. You raise a society that is just a single gender society, and that it will never work. It will never work, because men are still here. It will never work. It will never work. So what should we do to bridge that gap? Yes, we need to empower women. We need to empower ladies. Yes, but also at the same time, we should not forget men. I think we should bring more education to men to understand the role, and the stand of women, and for them to understand what they are supposed to do. Stay right there as a father of the family, to make sure that for you to be a father of the family, for you to be a man, you need to be responsible. You need to take care of your family. You need to take care of ladies. You need to take care of that, because that is your job to do. It is your job. And also, if you're a lady, your job is to take care of me as a man. It is your job to do. So if I do my responsibility and you do your work, there will not be all these noises that we have. But the problem comes when I do not do my work. And so if I do not do my work, then, you lady, you can do anything. You can do anything. You don't need a man to do anything, all right? You don't need a man. You don't need a man at all. You don't need. And today we have even this agenda of LGBTQ that, you know what, you don't need. You guys you can actually have babies. You can just adopt babies and have. You guys can actually just sleep together by yourself. Yeah, but you create a society that is just um, we're losing our moral as a people, as a human being. We're losing that. Somebody was telling me this, was saying that, the way God created a man and woman, like God is really smart. It's a really smart being. It's a really smart spiritual being. Because, he knew that if you're a lady and you are a man, he knew that you're not just going to be jigging every single day from January to December. He knew that because, if you are a guy and you're a lady, the lady should be going through, a period, or should be going the season of, having a baby and all this stuff. So there'll be a lot of moments that you guys are not going to be able to do those entanglement things. And also men, we are active 24/7, but for ladies it's a little bit different. So in a way, like it creates balance in the relationship of men and women together. But these days, what is happening, when even guys and guys can be together, all this agenda of LGBTQ, that means you guys can have jiggy from Monday to Monday, every single day, however time you want. So it changed that notion of love it brings to just, it's all about sex. It's all about jigging. And that's what is out there, that, you can do whatever you do from Monday to another. But what kind of society are we creating today? What kind of family are we creating today? We're creating families that they don't have father figure. They don't have mother figure. We're creating a society like that. And you know what happens again? This is just agenda. Before they block me here, I got to say this as well. So we create that generation. And so, what happened is that if you are in this kind of relationship, you cannot really have a baby or whatsoever. If you don't have a baby, what kind of generation are we creating? We're creating a generation that will not have people in the future. Because you are babies of so-called straight people. They'll be adopted by so-called not straight people. And when that happens, they will learn how not to be straight as well. That's kind of generation we are creating, and they'll never have babies one day because they cannot have babies on their own. What kind of society are we creating? What kind of society are we creating? So you have a lot of people today, they're not growing up with father figure. They're not growing up with mother figure. And that is imbalance. And that's why the world will never be the same again, because of imbalance. In everything, you need a balance. Even the Bible tells me as a believer that you need the self-control. You need that. But there's no balance right now with all these agenda. The reason why I'm standing against that, because there is no balance in any of these agenda. Anything that is too much is poison. And God knew that I need to create a man and a woman for there to be a balance. If there's a woman and a woman, or man and a man, there will never be a balance. And that's why it cannot happen. Anyways, I don't know why I went there. We're talking about women here. But, okay, Joyce Manyefo. And I don't know why you guys are not joining me. I share the link in the comment section for ladies to come and to contribute as well, even for the guys to contribute to raise your voice. Anyway, Joyce Manyefo, she says, Joyce, it's good to see you here. I know you are in WhatsApp group as well. From a South African perspective, in terms of African women in politics, look what the media did to Winnie Mandela. Oh, my word. African women are also scared to talk about politics because they fear that they might not get married. When you talk about politics, men assume that you are aggressive. Oh, okay. That's enlightenment right there. Okay. So let me think about me. I'm a man. Let me think about me. If my lady, she's outspoken about politics. All right, it could. All right, but I get your point. I get your point. Is that true, guys? Do you feel that way as well? African women are also scared to talk about politics because they fear that they might not get married. All right. I love African women. Because they don't do that because they fear that they might not get married and they want to get married to a man. Salute. If it's a man and a man and a lady with a lady, that's not marriage. That's something else. Don't call it marriage. It's disgrace to a marriage. Don't call it marriage. I'll never be allowed to enter to their countries. I'll just go to Africa. Will I be allowed to come to South Africa? Because you guys, I've seen Julius Malema also criticizing this Museveni coming through there. Ramaphosa allowing Museveni to come there because of the the bill. I don't know if he's serious, but yeah, that's one that I not agree with him. I like that guy, but that's one thing that I not agree with him, and that's okay to disagree. Will I be allowed to come there, Joyce? I don't need visa to come there, anyways. To me, okay, Venel Carter, he says that to me, politics is a dirty business. All right. And if I would try to enter to your mind a little bit why you say this statement, and correct me if I'm wrong, you say this statement because politics has done nothing to Africa. And not say politics, let me say politicians have done nothing to Africa. Most of politicians, they have empty promises. When they get into office, they don't do what they promised. And some of them, when they get to office, they don't want to leave. And things are not moving forward. It's all about corruption. It's all about killing. It's all about changing things in a negative way. So because of that, because of what we've growing up seeing in our communities, in our countries, a lot of people, they are not interested in politics, or women are interested in politics because it's a dirty business. And it's not supposed to be there because, guys, to be honest, everything is politics. But these days, when you say politics, you already talk about it already sounds negative. So let me tell you here, by definition, okay? Let's see here, by definition, what is politics by definition, the meaning of politics. So politics, the meaning of politics is the activities associated with the governance of a country or area, especially the debate between parties having power. Another meaning, it says, activities aimed at improving someone's status or increasing power within an organization. That is by Google definition. Politics. Okay, what is the simple definition of politics? Say, in everyday life, the term politics refers to the way that countries are governed and to the ways that governments make rules and laws to manage the human society properly. Politics can also be seen in other groups, such as in companies, clubs, schools, and churches. Anyway, so this is, say, simple definition. Right? The way governments make rules and laws and manage the human society properly, or to the way that countries are governed. That is politics. But these days, when you just mention politics, people, they already see something negative because of how our countries are governed, because of you have a leadership and you expect the lives to be better, but they're not better. They become worse and worse. So now we have this negative notion of politics. When we hear it, we just know that this is dirty business. And I agree with you. Most of us, we feel the same thing. But politics is not supposed to be that way. It's not supposed to be that way. So we need clean people who will be able to change that notion. And especially in our governments in Africa. And maybe it's you, ladies. Maybe. So you gotta run for the office. I run for the office, because if you believe that it is the dirty business, then you will never even stay close to it, and you will avoid at every cost, and will never see change. So we need a few people who can believe that politics, it can be not a dirty business, it can be a good business. We need those people who believe that, and also who are willing to act to bring that to existence, to change our mindset and what we feel or how we feel about politics. All right. Walde Emmanuel Lamoras, he says, do you know Nigeria and Zambia won on Women's World Cup? If you talk about women, at least mention World Cup. Thank you. No, thank you that you're here as well to remind me about that, because to be honest, I'm not going to be able to talk about everything, but I'm grateful that you, Walde Emmanuel, have shared that, you know, Zambia and Nigeria, they also before won a Women World Cup. Kudos to that, man. Where are the guys now? Where are you guys? Kudos to that. W says, it is tough to balance responsibility. The more capitalistic and liberal the society becomes, the more the society becomes imbalanced. I agree with you. I agree with you. It is tough, but it is not impossible. We should remember that it might be difficult and it might be hard and tough, but it is not impossible. So the thing is, for example, with myself, all right, I'm a believer. I believe in self-control. In everything, I should have self-control. Everything. All right? That's the spiritual fruit. I should have a self-control. Is it easy to have self-control? It's not easy. It is tough, but it's not impossible. It requires a lot of discipline. It requires a lot of determination. It requires a choice or a decision. The other day I tweeted this. I say that the difference between where you are and where you are supposed to be or where you should be is a choice, is a decision. That there's a place that you feel in your heart. Maybe you don't know, but you can feel in your heart that I'm supposed to be there. But why I'm not there? The difference between that gap, between where you are and where you are supposed to be, where you want to be, is a decision. That there's somewhere you did not make a decision to be there. Because this decision is not just to say that, okay, I want to be there. No, but it requires action. It requires discipline. It requires for you to give everything you got. Sometimes it requires to leave your bed. It requires maybe sometimes, to leave the people that you usually hang out with. It needs sometimes to move out of some toxic relationship. It needs to change everything for you to be where you're supposed to be. And that it requires a lot of energy. It is possible when you make a choice, when you make a decision. So this imbalance that is going on, we see how the media, Western media, is pushing the agenda of imbalance. There's nothing balanced about imbalanced agendas that are happening. Nothing. Julius Malema, he said the other day that there's nothing common about Commonwealth. And he's right. Most of agendas that are being pushed today, there's nothing balanced about them. There's nothing normal about them. They are really abnormal. It's just they're just abnormal. That's the fact. That's the fact and the truth. It's just abnormal. And but the media is pushing in the way that we must come to the point of realization that, oh, this is normal, this is shit. But it's not normal. Nothing is normal. And kudos to Africa, man, for standing your ground. I really appreciate Africa, man, because this is the time that Africa is going to save the world. And I'm so proud to be an African, man, because let me tell you this, man. Africa, this is the beginning of human being. The first human on earth was found in Africa, Ethiopia. And you know what? We founded this world, and we're going to bring it back together. Because Africa is going to have this world. He has been serving the world for so long time, guys. Africa's richness and wealth has been serving this world for so long time. And it's just about a time that Africa to stand on our ground and to bring back the morality of this world. And let me tell you this, not everyone in the West believe and back these agendas that are being pushed. So it's not just Africa, we're not alone. Even themselves there's a lot of confusion right now. And that's one of the reasons I believe why America is falling. That's the reason. Too much immorality. So hopefully, we just pray for God's mercy and grace, man. We pray for that. But I was listening to Myris Monroe today. He says that a lot of people are preaching about grace, but if the grace is going against the principle and the laws that are there already, that grace is not going to work. That is the way that you abuse grace. The laws are there. Do not kill. But you can't kill and expect grace to save you. Yes, you'll be saved if you believe, but the laws are there. You know that this is wrong. Just do what is right, which is tough. Again, doing what is right, it is tough. It is hard. Not all the time it's easy, but it's not impossible. It is possible. And for that, we really need God's grace for that. I need myself here. New. He or she says, balance we need. Or corrupt mean prevent balance. It's the few non-coward men responsibility to stop the corruption. Having a hard time to hear. Women fear being murdered by disagreeing men. All right. Okay. All right. So that's one of the reasons why women are not showing up for politics, right? Okay. It's a dirty business. And I want to remind this again. Vanel Carter, he says it's the dirty business. And I agree with you, man. When you look at the numbers of people who died in Africa because of this, it's a lot. You can't mention it. It's really dirty. When you see how our countries are being sold sometimes, yeah. W say politics can be brutal in Africa, so women are very worried. Okay, that's true. Very brutal. Not our decision when government set blocks against us, including death threats from military like they did to Baby Wine. All men must step forward to secure us with guns to enable us to run in politics. That's why, again, I'll refer to the point by Venel Carter, that to me, politics is a dirty business because of things like that. To be honest, guys, I'll tell you the truth today. Me, what I'm doing what I'm doing, the podcast that we do, we talk a lot of sensitive stuff that people, they don't talk about. The media, for example, here where I am, they don't talk about it. They don't talk about it. You will never find the media talk about things we talk about. They talk about entertainment. Why? Because they're scared. What will happen? Backlash will happen to the media. Maybe they will be closed not to operate because of what they say, because of what they talk. So I understand that, politics in that way is that way, but you need few brave people who will stand and start talking about it, because at the end of the day, you'll find more people coming and stepping out and talk about it. So for me, for example, here in Tanzania, I'm the first one to do what I'm doing, to talk about what I'm doing, because all the online media, they talk about entertainment and gossip. That is 24/7, entertainment and gossip. But me, Swahili Nation, is the first online media platform to talk about Africanism here in Tanzania. So even this support, you have seen even the episode that we released today, it's in Swahili, but it's translated in English as well. So you guys, you can watch that. Let me share the link here as well, because we're talking about very sensitive things. Very brutal honesty. I've received warning from my parents. My parents, they say, son, don't talk about these things. They're scared for my life. They are scared for my life because I'm here in the country. Let me share with you guys. I'm here in the country. They say, don't talk about these things. They say, leave to politicians to talk about it. But that's the thing in Africa. We leave this continent to politicians. Leave this continent to few politicians to lead and to guide us. But that's not how it's supposed to be. We as a people, this is our country. This is our continent. We must stand and to speak about it. When we see evil happening in our countries, we must stand and speak against it, that this is evil and it's not supposed to happen. But we leave our continent, our countries to few people, and they govern, they control, they do whatever they want. Okay, we blame right now America and how Western are controlling Africa and everything, but our governments and our leaders are doing the same thing to us in the continent. The same mindset of colonialism started a long time ago. The same mindset is in most of our leaders today. There's no freedom to speak. There's no freedom to say anything. If you speak, you're going to be scared of your life. And even your parents will call you and say, please, my son, don't talk about this thing. Let them go. I received that. I call from my dad and from my mom. Honestly. Just a few weeks ago when I spoke about something that happened here. And that video, if you go on my TikTok, you find one video, it has 800,000, more than 800,000 viewers. I was talking in Swahili about things that are happening here in the country. They say, please do not say that. My friends say, please, me cannot say that. I wish I cannot say that because I love living. I love to live. But I just can't help myself. I can't sit and not say anything. It's impossible to shut up. Like, it's impossible for me to shut up. It's impossible. Because it's a calling. I've been called to do that. So I told my mom that I love life. And but that life that I have, it is the reason why I speak. Because that is the purpose why I am here, to do what I'm doing. So I understand that. A lot of people are scared, in Africa because of that. But we are the one to change that. It has to come a time for us to have a disagreeing conversation without being scared of our lives, that tomorrow I'm not going to wake up. Africa, we need to reach to that point. So ladies, women, if are scared to enter into politics because it's a dirty business, because you basically announcing your death, if you go there, okay, that's where you're going to die. Most of the people we see dying in politics, that we should change. We can disagree. We can fight with our agendas, with our talks, but why fearing about your life that you're not gonna make out the next day? This friend here say that they want to fight for their country, but they're scared because you see coups here, you see military here, you see police here trying to scare you that you cannot talk, you cannot do this and this. We must leave, we must stop that, because that is why we are welcoming them. Those guys to do the same thing to us, to treat us the same way. And even when they come to our country, they use our own militaries. Remember what happened to Thomas Sankara? His best friend betrayed him. He was killed because of that. Most of our leaders were betrayed by their best friend, by their close people. Why? Because of that mindset. Because of this mindset that you cannot speak against the government. You cannot speak against leaders. Man, you're not God. All right? As a leader, you make mistake and we're going to talk about it. You understand that? Africans, we should realize that. And if every single one of us awake and talk about it, are they going to kill all of you? It ain't going to happen. They will send us to prison. Yes, send us to prison. We're going to keep talking there. We made a lot of videos already. They will speak for us even when we're in the prison. Nelson Mandela is in prison for how long? For 20-something years he was there. But when he got out, he continued his work. So our voice is still speaking, whatever we are. I said this before. It's a very difficult thing to say, but I said this before. Even when my time comes and I'm gone, my voice will be speaking, still speaking here. So guys, yes, it is, but we are the one to change it. If we keep scared and afraid, then we're not going to do anything. We're not going to talk anything. Today, I tweeted something. This is, what Maurice Monroe said before. He said this, when he was still alive. He said this. He said, fear is the evidence of ignorance. So guys, do not be afraid. Do not fear. And I said this before. I'll share with you guys what I also said, all right? Fear is the absence, is the presence of ignorance. If you don't have knowledge, you'll be scared. Where is this? I want to share with you guys what I said before as well. It's very sensitive things that I mentioned, but it's a time to wake up, and to speak. I don't find it here. Let me see on my Twitter, because I tweeted before. My X, Twitter called X these days. Let me see here the pictures and everything. Wow, Malema is trending here in Tanzania today. Okay, media. Let me see that picture. Where is that picture? Why we don't see change? That's what I wrote before, and it's very sad that all of us, we fear the consequences. We fear what will happen to us if we say something, if we do something. I'm telling you, you're not living your life. If you live under fear, you're not living a life yet. You fully live when you take fear out of the equation. That is life. That is life. You take fear out of the equation. So most of us, we want to protect ourselves, and we don't really live our purpose because we want to protect ourselves. If I wanted to protect myself, you'll never know, Swahili Nation. This baby will never be here today. So let me encourage you. If you have heart for Africa, if you want to bring change to Africa, do not be scared. If you want to run for the office, run for the office. If you want to speak, speak. If you want to talk, talk. Do not fear. Do not be scared. Because we need people in Africa who will not be scared and speak and bring about change. All right, guys, I'm nearly the end right now. A lot of women involved in politics in Ethiopia, they're brutal than men. Reason, they want respect from the men's world. Double standard. Oh, I love that. Yeah, honestly, yeah. I understand that. That's why I loved what the president right now, the current president of I shared the video. I share his video on YouTube. The current president of let me see here. The current president of yeah, of a Sierra Leone. He said that 33% of his cabinet are youth and 33 are women in the parliament, in the cabinet. So it's a policy there that 33% has to be women. And he has been doing that pretty well. So kudos to him as well. Let me see. I agree with you. It's hard to go back once you have seen enough. Yes. World Emmanuel say, Soil Nation, you are discussing taboo in Africa. This might be your last broadcast. You touch the untouchables. I am behind you 1000%. World, I wish you know. I mean, if you go back and you see, live stream that I've done so far, because we've done a lot of live stream, and what we talk about, this is nothing, by the way. This is me being very polite. But yes, yeah, we, talk. For me, what I'm telling my people here in Tanzania is speak out. Speak. It's not a sin. You're not committing sin to speak out. And I'm telling Africans, it's not to speak out. The liberation, and revolution begins with you speaking. A lot of people say, don't just speak. Act. You cannot act without speaking. You need to manifest. You need to manifest through your speech. You need to speak out to do it. See Lumumba, what he does. He speaks and he does it. That's what we're supposed to do. You need to speak, because how people they're going to know what we're doing? By speaking. Politics are social issue. Identify the problem, solving problems. All right. Thank you for that. A healthy dose of fear is good, but too much fear shows your absence of courage. Every single one of us, we have that fear inside of us. All right. I'm not sitting here pretending that I don't have even a slight of fear. What I say in what I'm doing here in my mission, I don't have fear. To be honest, I'm not fearing anything, because otherwise I'll never be doing this. I'll never be talking about things I talk. So I don't really fear anything. I already passed that stage. All right. Before, when I was studying, I'll hear people, usually you fear because people tell you. Like you go, I release video and then I go to the comment section, people they say, you man, you're not gonna survive. You do this, and these people they're calling me, they say this. When my parents called me, that's when they scared the heck out of me. They're like, oh son, please, as your mama. If your mom call you and tell you, as your mom, I tell you, my son, please don't talk about this. What are you gonna do? If your mom, the mama you love so much, tells you that, what are you gonna do? The mama I love told me that. Yeah, man. To be honest, that day it was a hard day. It was a hard day, because disagreeing with my mom has never been easy, but also knowing that what she says is true. But it's purpose, it's mission. I need to do it. That's why I really appreciate you guys for the support and for being there. That means everything, because in the line of work that we do, you really need support. You really need people who can be there with you. There's nothing that you can achieve by yourself. Nothing. I can achieve one African Agency by myself. No, we need all of y'all. We need everybody to be included, to be involved for us to achieve that. Anyways, guys, it has been 1 hour and 5 minutes, and I just want to send my regards to everybody who joined here today. I want to send my regards to everybody who commented in this session. You guys left your comment section. You guys, we had a nice conversation, had a nice chat, and I want to appreciate you guys. You have no idea how much it means to me, because if I was here and nobody's watching, then what am I doing? But I believe that, for me, I believe that whatever I do, even if you touch one person, if I had one person here watching live, I'll still do this live until the end, because that's how I started. I started by myself. I had like 2 viewers, and those 2 viewers, it was my iPad and my phone by myself. Later on, I had 3 with my roommate. Later on, even my roommate was not watching. So that's how I started. But today, if I see, some of the people you are here watching and some of you will watch later, I appreciate it. I don't take that for granted. Thank you so much. Do me a favor, to support a little bit more, you can like this video. Also, you can share if you can. Also, you can subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. And that would be amazing. And if you would like to support in any ways, There's a links in this description. You can go in this video, you can check it out, and you can support any way you can. So I thank you guys, and I love you. Today is your day. I appreciate you, women. I appreciate our grandmothers, our mothers, our sisters, our friends, wives, teenagers, even little children. We appreciate you guys. Yeah, I think this is the better way to end. Appreciate you so much, because most of the time, in our society, we don't recognize you ladies enough. We don't give you flowers enough as you deserve for the work that you're doing. And let me tell you this, guys, even behind Swahili Nation, people who are really supporting their women. So I will be okay. Thank you, God. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for reminding me this. Let me just name ladies who are standing here with me every single day. I'm saying this again. Every single day, these ladies are here in this channel. I'm sending my beautiful regards, to Marit. Marit, this is not even an African lady, but she's always there. She's always there in my private WhatsApp. Every single morning, she will send to me these beautiful messages to begin a day. Every single day, guys. Every single day since I've known this woman, this lady. This is an amazing lady, Marit. If you guys, you see her a lot here in the comment section. Marit, she's from Netherlands. Every single day, guys, it's every single day. Sometimes I don't even respond because I'm really bad at responding messages. But every single day, she sent to me messages. She sent me the scriptures. You send me, have a beautiful morning. I wish a beautiful day. Every single day, guys. So Marit, I appreciate you. We are all Africans, so I appreciate you for what you're doing to this family. She does a lot, but those are just few things. I want to appreciate that because those morning messages, they mean a lot. So I really appreciate you. And I want to appreciate Sherry. Sherry, she's our sister from the Caribbean, and she has been with us for a while, for a long time. And I want to appreciate her. And also, she has been struggling and battling healthy-wise. But she's always been here. She's there in the chat on WhatsApp. She's always there, commenting, supporting. If we are doing live stream like this, she'll copy this link. She'll share in the WhatsApp group that we have. Guys, come on and work here. She'll be there responding and sharing different message. Cherie, which here you can see her name is Maria Antoinette. Maria Antoinette, she's the family in Swahili Nation. She is always, she's battling cancer, guys, but she's always here supporting. She's always here on YouTube. She's always there on WhatsApp group. These are people that I count for 24/7. And I don't appreciate you guys enough, but you have to know my heart that I appreciate you so much because I will never be here. We'll never be here without you. So the matter of fact, after this, I'm going to need to make a post about you guys. All right. Appreciate you so much, Sherry, for all you're doing, for your love, for your support in finance, for you just being there in every single way. I love you and I appreciate you. Also, I want to appreciate, let me go there in WhatsApp because some of you might be like, why don't I remember my name? But I want to appreciate Felicia. All right. Felicia, she is one of our Ghanaian lady. She is originally from there, but I believe she is in the United States or UK, if I'm not mistaken. Felicia, she's one of the lady as well. We did investment in vanilla. She did that as well. So I want to appreciate you so much, Felicia, for believing in the vision that we have. Somebody giving her own portion. We never met face to face. She don't know me, but she's there. She said, you know what? I'm going to do this as well. So she invested as well with us in vanilla, but also she's there in the comment section in WhatsApp. You see her a lot of time. She's always there talking. These are ladies that are always there. All right. These are ladies that they're not just there sometimes. And no, they are always there. So she even comes here on the live stream, most of the time. So I want to appreciate you, Felicia, for that trust. And I appreciate for standing with Swahili Nation because we wouldn't be here today without your support and being here. All right. So we have from Netherlands, we have from the Caribbean, we have from Ghana. Also, I want to appreciate there's this one lady that most of you maybe you don't know her. You don't know her at all. And okay, this list, guys, I'm just mentioning the names. It doesn't mean that this is the first one, this second. No, I'm just mentioning the name. So there's no list here. All right. So I want to appreciate so much Chrissy. So Chrissy, this is the lady that she loves being behind the scene. She don't want to be here on the front scene. She don't want to be here. She's always behind the scenes. But guys, if you'll ever see the documents of Swahili Nation, all the documents that you know of Swahili Nation, this lady, she has been putting it together. She has been putting it together. She is from Kenya. She's Kenyan. She has been putting it together. I don't know if I was supposed to say that, but forgive me. Oh my God, I'll pick this up later. I'm sorry. I say this. My brother, I'll call you back. I'm on a session. I'll call you back. All right. So Chrissy, this lady, she has been a rock for this Swahili Nation. She has always been there. All the documents you come to see of Swahili Nation, people who are always working on that, the first person that I'll always reach to is Chrissy. So there will be an idea. I'll go to her. I'll talk to her. I'll share with her all these ideas. You know, she will with her creative mind, she'll sit down and she'll write it down so well. She's gifted at that, and I acknowledge that. So if you see a lot of documents we share here and there, it's not a single person effort. It's because of this Chrissy, this lady. You'll never see her here. You'll never see her talking. You'll never even see her commenting here. But she's always there. Guys, always there. And she don't even receive a single dollar. This lady, she's always there to do that for Africa. I remember first time she reached out to me. She reached out like 3 times and I did not respond to it. But she reached out and showed her heart, how much she's been blessed because she has been praying for the continent for so long for something like this to happen. And finally, she saw it happen and she wanted to be part of it. So we connected and she has been doing that for so long right now. Kudos to you. I love you. Thank you for all you're doing. All right. I'm sorry, guys. If I forget you, not because you're not important, but you're very important. I just want to remember those people who are always there, anytime, anyway, like always there. So it's easy. Yeah, I want to appreciate BJ. BJ is one of our sisters. She's in the United States. BJ has been also really supportive in so many ways. She's not part of WhatsApp group because she don't have WhatsApp. But BJ, she's kind of lady that she always send me emails. BJ, she don't have WhatsApp, but she always send me emails. And I gotta be honest with you, I don't read all of them. But she always send me emails of these things that are happening in Africa. BJ, I appreciate you. BJ, I love you. Whenever you see this, I want you to know that what you are doing, it's helping this family to grow and to be where it is today. So I appreciate you and I love you, because without you, we cannot be here where we are. So, just in case, if I have forgotten you, it's not because you're not important, and it's not because I do not see what you do, but I'm not going to be able to mention everybody. But these are a few people that I mentioned today. But for everyone who is supporting us in any ways, I want to send my special appreciation for those members who are in this channel. I once shared your names. I appreciate you guys for joining memberships. Let me, by the way, the matter of fact, let me mention your names here, all right? Because I need to be more appreciative, all right, for everything that you guys are doing. Yeah, let me appreciate you guys. I really want to appreciate you. So I'm going to go to the membership and mentioning all the members of this family, right? All the members of this family. We have 32 members in this family, and let me just go here and appreciate you guys. The last member to join was 1 day ago. 32. Okay, this one. So let me take this moment to appreciate the members of the family. And I'm going to put here on the screen to appreciate you guys, because there are ladies here and there's male as well. But yeah, Caleb Page, appreciate you. Granddaddy, appreciate you. Carlos Ortiz, appreciate you. Felicia Smith, appreciate this. Felicia I was talking about. This is the lady from Ghana that she's always there. Larry Rose, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Nyela, cousin, distance. I appreciate you, Nyela. These are ladies right here. Celia Daniel, I appreciate you. And Kosi Nathi Kathy. Oh, that's from South Africa there, my brother. I appreciate you. Joseph Wheeler, I appreciate you. Abu Bakar Jalo, I appreciate you. Getachu, I appreciate you. Janet, I appreciate you. Tade, Sam, Asta, Patrick, Temesgen, Education Forward, I appreciate you, my brother. This is my brother, Professor Ezra. I miss you, man. Tisbet Warrior, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Robert Amoko, I appreciate you. Rahel Tanzan, I appreciate you. Melako Tades, I appreciate you. Tanzan, she's one of the family here in Swahili Nation. And I appreciate you, Tanzan, as well. I know these days I do not really see you often, but Tanzan, she used to host the session called African Tradition, and she was such a rock. So the days like today, she'll be here hosting the session. I appreciate you, Tanzan. Molten, I appreciate you. TG, I appreciate TG. You have been very supportive. EE, Alex, Malenga, Thomas, Hyatt, Kelly, Yaljim, Shendan. I appreciate you guys. So these are 32 members that we have in our family here. Basically, membership, it means like every month you decide like how you want to support and all the stuff. So I want to appreciate these guys, because you guys have been such a rock, and you guys have been helping us a lot to achieve what we're achieving, you know. Without you guys, to be honest, without you guys, you know, I wouldn't be here today. Without you guys, I gotta be honest with you. All right, I cannot sit here pretending that I got all figured out, but I need you guys, and you guys have been such a, you know, rock in everything that we do. And that is the link if you want to join membership, just in case. So I want to appreciate you guys so much for all that you have done. All right, yeah, so with all being said, that let me just raise a word of prayer and I'll be getting out of here. Yeah, I appreciate Joyce. I appreciate my sister Joyce from South Africa. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. God, I thank you for today. I appreciate for this beautiful day that you've given us to have this conversation about our ladies and women in Africa, what they have done in the past that most of the time we don't recognize and we not acknowledge, but God, their contribution, and just for them being there is what made us to be here where we are today. Is what made Africa, this world, to be where it is today. God, I pray that all women across the world, African women who are going through difficulties in whatever, maybe healthy-wise, financially, or just different ways, God, I just pray that your grace and your mercy will be upon them today. I pray that you'll embrace them with your love. Those single moms out there, God, I pray that you give them strength. And I pray that you'll never leave them or forsake them, because what they do, they're basically raising the generation of this world, of this continent. So I leave them in your hands, God. And I pray for the comfort and for the help of the Holy Spirit to be upon them and with them. In your precious name, Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. Amen. All right, guys. So thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you guys. I love you. Until next time, don't forget to love one another and spread peace wherever you are. Swahili Nation, One Africa. Bye-bye.